Like,
But why does he appear? That's why there's no reason.
I didn't care. Even back then,
he was a summon essentially.
Pretty
and
much.
when the Aeons disappeared, so should he.
which is why he did. But then when I remember the way, because again I had the book, and there was a bit on the book that said major like missable here. Make sure you, and when you're like running around in the darkness, you have to whistle because that's how they used to talk to each other or scream or something. And like you did that at certain times when you were in this darkness,
and then
at the end you get the good ending or something. It was ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But at the time, I loved it because I was a kid playing a Final Fantasy game in a world that I enjoyed.
So what is the best Final Fantasy today?
You're going to say 9.
I think I'm going to say 9. I think.
Which means you've been converted from 7 for the first
I think
time.
the card game was even good.
They had the card game at 8.
I think the card game, it was called Tetra or something in 9.
Something like that.
What was the principle of the card game in 8?
In 8 it was just
numbers.
you had a number and then
4
A.
numbers.
Yeah, and then if you put a number that's bigger than theirs.
That was it. 9 got a little bit different because it had like arrows and number.
Okay.
A number in the middle of the card, which is your kind of
power, yeah.
And then it had arrows, and if you had no arrow on that side, they could just flip you because they got an arrow on that side.
Okay, all right.
So you had to not put the card.
So it's very similar to that 8 one.
Yeah, I think 8 had a better system actually because I think the numbers on each side is just easier.
Yeah.
More to the point. So like a strong card would have like 10, 4, maybe 8, and then like 9. So there's only one weak side.
Yeah, so as long as you put that in the corner, you're safe.
Whereas this one's kind of like, oh.
But I remember 8 annoyed me because I was a completionist with those games back then. I wanted them all. I wanted them all. But in order to get them all, you had to lose ones.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. I was like, fuck off, I'm not losing my quiz this one just to get a Tom Berry. Piss off. And I remember I missed out. Yeah. It was like you had to lose a certain card to a certain person.
But can you get that card back?
No, I don't think you could.
Oh.
I think the idea was in order to get all the best cards, the character cards were the best. Your Irvine, your Quistix, your Selfie, fucking I remember loads of them.
Yeah.
Like they were like the best ones, and you had to lose say tier 2 ones to get tier 1.
Yeah.
But I liked my tier 2 ones because like I was a completionist. I wanted 100% the game.
Yeah, but you can't actually have all the cards.
No, unless you could get them all back. I'm not sure. If you could, I fucked up, but I don't know. But again, I was about what 12.
Yeah, this is the thing. And understanding those kind of concepts at that age is not.
Yeah, I didn't care. At that age, I wanted everything.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. 13 was good, but then 15, the storyline was not good. I want to say not good.
It was just fucking convoluted and melted. And there's no real.
The final 2 hours of that game were fucking amazing.
You don't know anything about the history.
No.
Like there was apparently a fight between the summons and who? You know, was it who?
Because the summons in that game were just amazing.
Yeah.
When you first summon Rama, and it's like Rama, whatever his name is. That was fucking badass.
And then they brought this whole the history of kind of Arden to like, which he's related to Noctis.
Arden, that was his name. Yeah. Redhead, like in the hat and shit.
Yeah, he was rightfully king. To be his brother's.
Didn't his eyes leak like black fluid or something?
Yeah. That's the Star Scourge. No. Star Scourge is the
60 hours, and I have no idea.
This is what I mean, because it doesn't give you that.
No,
Star Scourge is.
Maybe that's my own fault though.
No, it's not. It's the game. Star Scourge is basically the reason that Arden basically had the ability to cure the Star Scourge, but at the cost of absorbing it.
Oh.
And he was like a prophet back in the day, and he was loved by everyone. And he absorbed the Star Scourge, saved the world, but then asked Bahamut. Bahamut basically villainized him and said, "You're too tainted now with the Star Scourge. You can't become king." And let his brother become king instead of him. Oh. So basically, Bahamut's the biggest bad guy in the end.
Fuck.
Because he fucked over Arden. He essentially created Arden.
Okay.
Because of they let Arden be the prophet, but at the cost of his position as king, and he wanted to be king.
Because doesn't Noctis die in the end?
He does,
he sort of wakes up happy in a field. It's weird.
So unclear because they didn't want to.
Because
it's like they didn't want to displease any fans, so they didn't do anything.
Because the end of that game originally, I know they changed it.
He stabbed by his own swords.
But I know that originally, when the ending happened, once you hit that certain point, you go into the future and the past and stuff. It becomes extremely linear.
Yeah.
But from that point to the end of the game, I was fucking hooked. I was like, this is incredible.
When you're
you're walking around the ruins and there's enemies that are 50 levels higher than you. And at this point, up to then, I was overpowered. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, Insomnia.
But then you go to the castle and you fight Ifrit with Shiva.
Yeah, and then
it was badass.
Tries to help you.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah, and then obviously you go to.
First time you go the equivalent of Super Saiyan when you fight Leviathan in that water place and stuff like that, and you shoot the swords and stuff.
You do it again against Arden, but it was a game where you just couldn't die.
Pretty much. If you had items, you couldn't die. There was no consequence to being shit at the game. And then I didn't play it for about a year, and then I think I came around here and we played, and you showed me they had Iron Man suits.
Yeah, they literally.
When you literally cannot die.
It was like a DLC that they gave you. These suits that gave you infinity power and infinite health for a limited time, and there was enough time to kill anything.
Even the Adamantoids?
Yes, even that. So they just basically were just helping people too much with that game.
Yeah.
There was no.
They gave people a crutch, didn't they? Because I remember I played the demo for 15 before it came out.
I did as well.
The Behemoth, whatever you pronounce it. And that was quite gangster because you're crawling through and he's looking through.
And there's actually challenge there.
And they made it feel like it was hard.
I know. And they made it feel like it was going to become something much
But
greater.
did you like the characters? Ignis and fucking Gladius, whatever his name is.
Gladius, Ignis,
and the little shit.
oh,
Exactly, he's forgettable.
the one that's got a gun.
Yeah.
Fuck, the blonde one. Can't remember his name. He's actually a Magitech, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's actually a Magitech. He's related to. He's the son of the villain that owns all the Magitech.
Magitech. They've always got a problem against like technology, don't they?
Yeah.
Ever since even in number 10 you had fucking the Machina. It was like evil, like, oh, stay away from the Machina.
Yeah, again, it's like 7, isn't it? It's like this whole, all these things.
Prompto.
All these things are maybe the demise of man.
Yes. They hate technology, don't they? They love like old bare bones sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But so I mean, like you said, the traversal in 15 was good. The traversal in things like 7 and 8 and 9 were all quite fun because you got the big world map stuff like that. So Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out next year. Yeah. Well, the first episode. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. The whole game's not coming out in March.
No, it's going to be discs.
It's going to be Midgar.
And it'll be a linear playthrough style, but maybe more open world in that.
So I reckon what they release is Midgar. That's what I reckon they're releasing.
Yeah, I think that's going to be that.
So when you leave Midgar, let's say in another year when the next fucking one comes out, how do you reckon you're going to get to Nibelheim? What do you reckon is going to happen? And we can look back at this and laugh. Do you reckon there's going to be a little tiny man running across? Do you reckon it's going to be a rendered road that you run down?
No, they'll just be like this kind of
just a
traversal kind of
like an instant like.
No, I think you just kind of walk through different load screens and you'll get there eventually. Just like
fuck, that'll be boring.
That's what I think it'll be.
That will be boring as fuck.
But there'll be things along the way.
Agreed, but imagine.
Actually, I don't know because will it be load screens? I don't think they want the game to load. I think it wants to be just one big. It might not be load screens. It might be that comprehensive that it's kind of just like everything's already loaded.
I mean, again, Midgar as
I don't think there's going to be any load screens.
Midgar as a PlayStation game.
Yeah.
Is tiny.
Yeah, but
it's tiny.
They can make it huge.
That's my point.
That
is my point. You think the way you actually run through, it feels big because of the encounters that you do.
Yeah.
So running through one screen can sometimes take 10, 15 minutes.
I think they're going to flesh out the city more.
But then
because you couldn't travel to over the whole city last time.
No, you could only go in one sector.
They'll open up all the sectors. They'll make you be able to go to places you couldn't.
So that'll be March the 3rd, 2020, whatever the hell the time is when it comes out.
They're just going to basically let you. They're going to just expand on what is.
Mm.
And then.
But it's just the traversal is confusing me. I don't get what they're going to do because 15 had it right. They had a world map. 15 had a world map.
Well, they might just have the same.
But because it was huge, they gave you a car.
Yeah. But then you do get a car, but you don't get a car at that point in the original.
No.
You get the car to Cosmo Canyon.
The busted one.
Actually, no, you get the car before Cosmo. It breaks down at.
Yes.
You get the car from Gold Saucer.
Then you get the tiny Bronco.
Then you get the tiny with the broken helicopter
that can go over shallow waters, and then eventually you get the Highwind.
And then you get the Highwind. Then you get the Highwind with the jets.
Oh yeah.
Because it hasn't got those effects.
Yeah, it just goes quicker, and then you get the Gulch Cobra. If you go through that
all that fucking horrible shit.
Yeah, which I actually found a fucking glitch.
I found one.
I googled it because the internet exists.
Yeah.
When I done my
last playthrough, I didn't get it.
Fuck that, I did it. I done. There's a cheap way of doing it. You only have to do one Chocobo race.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I done it in half an hour. I was annoyed. I was in party chat with my mate, and I was sitting there verbally annoyed. He was like, "What's wrong?" And I went, "This fucking took about 60 hours when I was a kid." And he went, "What?" And I've done it in 28 minutes.
I remember leaving Charlie to breed my.
I remember, that's what I'm saying. You actually recruited a friend to do it for
my memory card and
just go and do my Chocobo shit for me.
Yeah.
There's literally a way where you walk into this stable, you buy a certain amount of things, you go and talk to him, and you quickly turn the game off and turn it back on again, then they automatically will give birth to a wondrous blue one, and then, oh mate, it's annoying.
That was a challenge, I'll tell you.
Yeah, the fact that that worked, I got annoyed. Every step that worked, I was like, it's getting on my nerves now. And it worked, and then I was getting on my nerves now. And then it kept working and working, and then eventually I had a Gold Kobo within half an hour. It was ridiculous.
What is the best summon of all the games?
Maybe in Final 15. Like, the size of, like...
What particular summon?
I don't remember. Rama was sick.
Leviathan.
Leviathan was badass. But
Titan.
Titan was the one I liked.
You had Rama.
I think it might be on 8. No, 7, Neo Bahamut Zero.
Oh, you like the one
Bahamut Zero in space.
Yeah.
Just because of at that time I was like, oh my god, like Bahamut
Still like
Zero.
the original Bahamut, how he looked.
Yeah, it was sick. What about Bahamut in 10 when he stands with his fucking arms crossed when you fight
He's
him?
got this thing above him,
Yeah.
spinning, and he does a backflip and lands on his paws.
Yeah, and then shoots that giant fucking beam at him.
He was quite cool.
That's why summons was sick, because they just look so fucking cool.
He was badass.
They always look so cool. In 9, I don't think I used summons that much, because again, I was a kid. Attack.
I didn't use them this play for
That's what I'm saying.
You end up being able to get that strong anyway.
Because I know in 8 you could power them up. You could actually make them stronger.
In 9, the summons are funny because they have like this full FMV, and then I just noticed in summoning these they just do their attack. You don't see the summon.
Oh.
So I don't know what causes that.
Might be a setting.
Yeah, it might be because it's like they just literally the end part of their FMV.
Oh, I reckon that's a setting because they probably didn't want people to sit there and do it all the time. Yeah, just watching it. Like, do you remember the brothers off of Final 8?
The
two Minotaurs. Yeah, and then he used to throw his brother up at the fucking. They pick the ground up, throw the ground up.
An earth attack.
With the enemy, yeah. And when you fight them, you have to use float.
You're in like this maze place, aren't you?
Yeah, I remember that.
You can't get them.
And you use float so their earth attacks don't hurt you.
Yeah, float stops earth attacks.
Because you're literally floating on the sky.
That's in number 9 as well. Float.
Is it?
Yeah, you can use float.
I don't know much about 9 at all. And 9 was fun. 9 was good fun.
9 you need to play again.
I know.
The whole story of the
I'll just read down
the merger of Terra and Gaia. It's just, the story is this deep. I think the story probably is one of the best stories. The fact that
here you say
start
that.
at such a small thing. You start at a kidnapping of a princess. Just like in 7, you start with a bombing of the bombing mission.
Yeah,
you start on such a small scale.
And then it just goes fucking
and
mad.
everything just goes so big.
So her name's Garnet, but she changes it to Dagger.
Yeah,
that was it.
She can't let people know.
Yeah, that she's the princess because she wants to go with you, doesn't she?
Yeah, so.
And what was that little fucking Quina?
Quina's the.
What is all that thing about?
Quina's good because she essentially has enemy skill from 7, which you learn.
Oh, the yellow material.
She
Yeah.
has to eat them.
Yeah, she eats them to gain their ability, which is fucked up.
Yeah, so she can eat anything.
I remember her. She was
and then
a
you
cool
have obviously Amarant, Flaming Amarant.
Amarant I loved.
You have
Amarant was badass.
Eco, the little summoner.
Freya.
Yeah, Freya, which is the
With the spear.
dragon lance
Yes,
lady.
that was it.
Yeah. And then you have obviously Dagger, Steiner.
Steiner was cool. He was a bit of a bitch, wasn't
Steiner's got this. His attacks are quite good because he has like this.
he was a strength
Like-
character, wasn't he?
And then you obviously have Zidane and
Vivi.
Vivi's
Vivi
the Black
was
Mage.
Vivi was cool.
Black Mage is cool.
Poor little bastard.
He's cool though. His story in this was so good because it was the teacher.
What was the little girl's name?
Eco.
That was it. Sorry.
Yeah,
I
she's
should
got a
say
horn.
that.
She's a summoner. She's from the same place.
So only her and Garnet
Yeah,
can do
summon.
summons, can't they? That was it. I remember
They
that.
were both born from Marbusari,
Right.
which is that place.
Which is why they can do summons.
Yes.
No one else can do summons in that game.
Yeah.
Because they did the same thing in 10,
Yeah.
only Yuna could summon.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That was weird. I wonder why they did that. They made it so only a character could do summons.
It's just more mystical then, isn't it? Magic of that level.
Oh, so you think it's
more
story-wise?
Yeah, it's more so that it gives them more reason.
Yeah.
The magic of that like speciality and level shouldn't be something everyone's granted with.
I mean, Final 7, who used Aerith?
No one.
No one used her.
No one even
So
bothered.
one of the achievements on the fucking Final 7, or a trophy is what we were calling it, was to get her final limit break.
And she can only get 2.
So she can get all of them.
Can she get 4?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's a grind, because she has to kill things.
I wonder what her 4th one is.
I can't remember, it's Great
They're
Gospel.
always
or
buff
something
one. They're
like
buffers,
that.
aren't they?
All of her ones, yeah.
Imagine getting that and then she just dies.
Well, she does.
I know.
That's why everyone thought that she was going to like, she wasn't
Did
originally
she?
meant to die or something
Yeah.
because of this.
Being able to level her up to that extent.
Yeah. So she has Healing Wind, Seal Evil, Breath of the Earth, Fury Brand, then Planet Protector and Pulse of Life, and then Great Gospel.
I want to know what it does.
So the limit break will refill the HP and MP of all party members and make each person invincible to all attacks for a while.
Wow, what's the other ones do? Like
One
What's
before
Planet?
refill HP and MP and take away and basically debuff.
Status alignment.
Yeah, make each party member, including areas, temporarily invincible.
So the last one's basically a combination of the two previous.
Fury Brand is very good. It allows the other two party members to use their limit breaks immediately.
Oh.
That's very good.
Yeah.
That's very, very good. Heal
Again, like to only be able to use that up to the end of disc 1.
Yeah, not even the end of it. Is it the end of this one?
Yeah, when
Yes,
she-
it is, isn't it? When she dies,
Yeah.
that's the end.
Yeah. Oh, so it's actually Genova Birth. Yeah, the one that was in the Forgotten Capital. That's
Forgotten
where it
Capital,
goes
that's
to.
what
Yeah,
it was
that's where it
called.
goes to.
Yeah, I remember that.
Mate.
It was cool though. Like her dying, I think as a kid, was fucking traumatizing.
Horrible.
Because it was like,
Imagine if
What?
you were someone that invested in her and your party.
can you imagine getting a fucking 4th limit breakdown. She is the best fucking character, and then
you
just
got
shanked.
loading your game from that point.
Because there's nothing you can do. It's not like it's a story thing where if you fail something or a
Like,
fucking
she
quick
is
time
literally
event.
written out the story. And the good thing about 7 actually, you had characters that you could get that weren't, they're optional, like Vincent and Yuffie.
I missed Vincent, my very first playthrough
Yeah,
as a
so-
kid. Didn't when people go to me, oh, Vincent's best, he turns into a monster. I'm like,
Vincent,
what?
Yuffie I had. Yuffie.
Yuffie I got.
Yeah. She robbed your
Is
material.
it Yuffie?
I think they pronounce it Yuffie in Japan.
Fuck's sake.
I call her Yuffie, but she robbed your material.
When she robs your material, that
You're
pissed me
gonna
off.
find
Yeah,
her.
that pissed me off because that took me forever. Was it Wu-Tai?
Wu Tai. But what's good is it opens up that Wu Tai arc. So
Yeah,
this
with
is
the whole dad, and then you got the tower,
Yeah.
and you got to fight each one of them
because
as
Gojo-
Yuffie.
Gojo, the main one is her dad.
Her dad, yeah, and you beat him at the top, and that was a hard fight
What
as
do you
well.
get for that? A limit. Isn't it?
You get I think it's Phoenix or something.
Yeah, I think it is.
You get a summon for it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you do.
It's something.
There's quite a few limits in summons in 7. Yeah, Typhoon, Kujaja.
Typhoon was cool, you know.
You had Kujaja, whatever it was, Kujaja.
Kajata or something.
Kujaja, the one that's the big.
It does
multi-element.
status elements, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
You get that in the Forgotten Woods. It's
You
floating by.
get Leviathan.
Ah,
They give you Leviathan for doing it.
yeah.
You get the all creation, which gives you
Her limit break.
her limit break level 4, and you also get Leviathan. Fuck.
7 was clean in how you get things. It was clean in how you obtain final limits. It wasn't like you had to do stupid things, but you had to do tasks.
Yes.
That's what I liked.
What was the one in the fucking mansion where you had to open the safe?
That's when you fight the lost number.
You
It's
get
called.
attacked by
It's half.
something,
One
yeah.
colour, half the other. You get Odin.
Is that Odin?
Yeah, I think it's Odin.
Fuck.
Yeah.
See, 7 had a lot of missables, and I hate
That's
it
why I
when
like it.
something's missable.
Yeah,
Especially as a kid, because now I'm older, now I've got the internet, I'm worried that when I play something like that, I will also read a guide because I don't want to miss anything.
Yeah,
Because when you're talking about a game that's got 60 hours, if
Yeah.
you miss something,
yeah.
doing it again is like, for fuck's
Yeah.
sake.
There's a lot of missables in 7.
Even Bahamut Zero was fucking missable at 7. I remember, I think you showed me that one first.
Yeah, you had to get the huge material in the rocket ship. You had to get the Cobra.
There was 3 huge material, wasn't
You had to
there?
get the rocket ship, the underground, the underwater facility.
And the one from where the Phoenix crater or something.
Yeah,
when you
the
defend
Fort Condor.
Fort Condor, that was it. Well, the easiest way of doing it is to let it get to the top and beat the boss.
Yeah, but I like the fight thing. I quite like that
The
stuff.
little fucking tower
It
defense
reminded me
thing
of
that they played.
Warhammer. Or
It was
something.
so stupid. It was like they just see these things walking up and then just getting attacked and stuff, and it was like
I never liked to lose that.
no, because you could invest as much money as you wanted to get as much defences as you
Yeah.
wanted, and when the big boss turned up, you could just kill him.
Plus, it's just a pussy anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah. Final Fantasy, eh?
many years of my life dedicated to playing those, but I never played 11, never played 14 because I don't play on Xbox. I know PlayStation on PC.
MMOs.
Yeah, don't do them.
I've heard 14 is fantastic.
I bet it's amazing.
Yeah,
I don't
but-
doubt that. I bet it's absolutely fucking amazing, but I haven't got the time to invest in that.
And 12, I wasn't too keen with the playstyle.
12 was good because you could see the enemies. It was weird. So you could see when you've been targeted, you
Yeah.
could target them, you could set up.
This whole rod of like.
Yeah, it was weird. It was different, but it came out at the wrong time.
Came at the end of the PS2's lifespan.
Yeah, PS3 was out, I
Yeah.
think, when that came out. Or the
Yeah.
360 was out when that came out.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
why
'cause
when...
that was when I converted to 360 for a while. I
Did
was
you?
on- I was on the
I
Xbox.
thought you were a PlayStation.
I was on Xbox for a while, 360.
Fuck.
Playing like, well, God, I can't remember what I used to play on there. But
My very first game on the Xbox 360 was Oblivion, Elder Scrolls.
Mine wasn't.
I had never seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Never. And you just think nowadays, now it's like, apart from that new Avengers game that's coming out that looks like it's 10 years old, everything that comes out now, Death Stranding. just looks incredible. You want to talk about storyline game?
Yeah.
That will either have none and be fucking weird, or have so much storyline and be fucking weird.
I think on our next topic, like we said last time, I think we have to go into Resident Evil.
Just Capcom.
Delve into some of the old. We're going through the old before we go into the new.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of.
Yeah, because your knowledge of Resident Evil is.
Only of the.
I don't need this for the Resident Evil stuff.
We shouldn't do, but.
You won't. You just won't.
Yeah. So I think. Is there anything else to cover on Final Fantasy, or is that just our general?
I think that's. We didn't talk about 1 to 6.